Just before I start, I want to say a quick disclaimer. I do not mean anything bad about the families or anything that this has affected. I just wanted to share the facts with you guys so that you could see the kind of things that the US government are up to, and quite possibly could still be up to, but still no harm is meant upon the families that were affected by this. My sincere apologies go out to anyone that was affected, and also if you're quite sensitive to things, you may want to click away now. Hey guys, so today's video is about what happened between 1953 and 1973, and that is a CIA project known as MK Ultra. MK Ultra was a project that was run by the CIA between 1953 and 1973, so that went on for 20 years. I think it could still be going on now, but under a different acronym. There was so much going on, and basically what this project was, it was all about like trying to develop drugs for mind control, and it was just some of the things that they did, it was just horrible. They were researching into 17 different like substance and mind control sort of aspect areas, and some of the areas that they were looking into, which I'm going to read to you in a second, this was from an actual document that was found about MK Ultra that had been misfiled. It's some creepy stuff. Number 1. Substances which will promote illogical thinking and impulsiveness to the point where the recipient would be discredited in public. Number 2. Substances which increase the efficiency of meditation and perception. Number 3. Materials which will cause the victim to age faster or slower in maturity. Number 4. Materials which will promote the intoxicating effect of alcohol. Number 5. Materials which will produce the signs and symptoms of recognised diseases and in a reversible way, so that they may be used for malingering and etc. I'm sorry if I'm saying any of these words wrong. Number 6. Materials which will cause temporary or permanent brain damage and loss of memory. Number 7. Substances which will enhance the ability of individuals to withstand privation, torture and coercion during the interrogation and so-called brainwashing. Number 8. Materials and physical methods which will produce amnesia for events preceding and during their use. Number 9. Physical methods of producing shock and confusion over extended periods of time and capable of surreptitious use. Number 10. Substances which produce physical disablement, such as paralysis of the legs and acute anemia. And number 11. Substances which will produce a chemical that can cause blisters. Number 12. Substances which alter personality structure in such a way that the tendency of the recipient to become dependent upon another person is enhanced. Number 13. A material which will cause mental confusion of such a type that the individual under its influence will find it difficult to maintain a fabrication under questioning. Number 14. Substances which will lower the ambition and general working efficiency of men when administered in undetectable amounts. Number 15. Substances which will promote weakness or distortion of the eyesight or hearing faculties, preferably without permanent effects. Number 16. A knockout pill which can surreptitiously be administered in drinks, food, cigarettes, or as an aerosol, which will be safe to use, provide a maximum of amnesia, and be suitable for use by agent types on an ad hoc basis. And finally 17, a material which can be surreptitiously administered by the above routes and which in very small amounts will make it impossible for a person to perform physical activity. That's just insane to think about all those 17 things that people were doing. It just makes you feel so sorry for these people. And as it was told by the CIA, they could get into these locations that I'm about to share with you, and it wasn't weird that they were using them because nobody knew what was going on. The places that took part in MK Ultra were 44 American colleges or universities, 15 research foundations, pharmaceutical companies, 12 hospitals and clinics, and 3 prisons. These are all places that are known to have taken part in this MK Ultra. Not much is really known about the effects some of the drugs that they used in this program had on people. Some people have come forward that didn't pass away, but thousands of people did die due to this. The reason not much is known is also because when someone from the program found out that people were getting suspicious and wanted to know more, they ordered the files to be destroyed. Some dodgy stuff must have been going on in there. I don't even want to know what some of the stuff was happening in there. Actually, I do want to know, because then you could prove that the CIA, and not just the CIA, but other organisations around the world are doing this and getting away with it. The only reason we know as much as we do about it is obviously because people came forward, and because some of the files were mis-stored and they were stored wrong. So when all the other files were like burnt and destroyed and disposed of, these files remained and people found them, and it's just so scary to think that this could still be going on. I still think it is going on, just under a different acronym. It is estimated that MK Ultra spent $87.5 million US on its research. Why would they spend that much money on research? Some things now don't even have that much funding going to their research. What? MK Ultra was researching into mind control and all of this just so that they could get immigrants that come in and they could question them and torture them and use this and get out of them what they wanted to know. The CIA does insist that this is no longer going on, and in 1973 it was the end and they are no longer doing anything like this. But I want to know, if you spent that much on research and someone did find out what you were doing, yeah, you would burn a lot of the files, but you would keep some files hidden away. Not the ones that had been misfiled, because they didn't know that they'd been misfiled. But you'd still want to develop what it is you were trying to develop. Who knows? Maybe they did crack mind control. Who knows? We could all be being mind controlled today. That is it for today, guys. That was my video on MK Ultra. There is some stuff that I left out. I'll put links to my social medias down in the description below. Feel free to follow me on there. Also, feel free to like this video, comment if you know anything else about MK Ultra. Tell me if you think I should do another video on MK Ultra leaving out. Tell me if you think I should do another video on MK Ultra down in the comments below, because I did leave a lot of stuff out. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I've got Elvis conspiracy theory coming up. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.